After a disappointing run of results, it's time for day. 3 games without a victory, 2 draws in La Liga against Atletico.
They're creating enough, using the fullbacks, enough in areas where they can be more creative, and especially the game away from home, the best chances came from their fullbacks. Coming in the first half, Carvajal when he came on. Let's see if they use them today. They have to sustain 2 strikers. Martin Braithwaite, why is he scoring more? Because
the temperature's warming up across Spain and the Asian zone. Kick-off at the Bernabeu before Toni Kroos in midfield. Don't know if you're aware of that, Andrea. He wants to defend here.
Yeah, absolutely. But now they're in the back foot with Vini, in a very good situation against Ruben Sanchez. But look at Oscar Gil is with him. It's always a 2v1. It's always going to be a 2v1.
Ruben Sanchez
pushed in for the chance because Brad was playing closer to his partner.
Vinicius forced back. Rodrigo for Vinicius.
And that was the perfect example.
To testing Fernando Pacheco so far. All the threatening early attacks. You can see Dani Carvajal a long way forward as well. Up on the...
He can do it, of course. Says you that there, but it was very...
Closed down by Gregera, but works it out to Vini. Camavinga gets the shot away at Pacheco, who was able to gather comfortably, but it shows again as we're sitting here over the next 75 minutes, but they've also shown they're ready to attack the game as well. Here's Vinicius.
Now he's folded his arm.
Centre-back signed in January, one of many January reinforcements. And here's Nacho, thought about Valverde, controls to find Vinicius. Deflected ball into the box.
Because, well, we see Vini now on the ball.
Able to find, gives it back to Vinicius. 2 players to take on. Teases the cross in, and Carvajal just to recognise that 2 defenders were there to try and stop his dribble, so looked up, picked out a teammate, and Carvajal could have done.
It's great actually, and that's why I said that it
finds Kroos. It's becoming a lot more demanding game for Espanyol now. Constant attacks from Real Madrid with Vinicius into the area. Still Vinicius shoots and scores. Superb goal from Vinicius Junior. Absolutely brilliant. And Real Madrid had been threatening an equaliser.
They can defend as well as you want, but then a moment of brilliance from Real Madrid. Junior receives the ball, and I actually think that Camavinga, by doing something wrong, does something well, because basically it's taking Vini out of position.
The same player, Vini, lays it back to Rodrigo, but constant rather than intermittent had it as
the weight would be. So there was definitely a sense of relief from the fans and also from Carlo Ancelotti.
What a pass from Eder Militao to release Vini, who is held up by Mont to stay organised. Trying to block the passing lanes, getting everyone but Joselu behind the ball.
It's crucial for Espanyol.
And it's been maybe 15 minutes since Espanyol strung together 3 passes. Constant flood of pressure. Vinicius just loses his footing. Kick to much relief for Espanyol. No fan
defenders.
Here's the goal. Look at how much he had to do.
No, exactly. And basically, look at Camavinga is bringing him an extra player. So actually he's putting pressure still.
But that invited him then to go inside to the space that was vacated. Or Carvajal with the cross, looking for Vini, who controls. And the shot this time deflected over the top. It'll be a corner. Oscar Gil just letting Vini get away from him there. And
again, Carvajal with the ball at the back of Oscar Gil in his recent trajectory. I think that Vini was actually trying to go through the legs of the...
Not too happy, neither is Vinicius, who well...
That's his problem sometimes, but there you go.
Espanyol need to be careful with him, though, as he runs again at them. Poor pass this time, but he's able to still make something of it. The shot...
Decided to go back a couple of yards for the drop ball means he's going to be under scrutiny.
Absolutely. Well, they know... who to support, and they know who's accident for Vini Junior. Other than that,
but Real Madrid fans would say, yeah, and that happens to him.
Yellow, never.
Yeah, and you can see.
And you'll always defend your star players.
He is again. They keep finding him, and that's the difficulty when you're up against a player like that. Espanyol know how good he is. No game. Joselu tried to there, but committed a foul instead. And here goes that man again. It's Vini beating Oscar Gil twice, and finding Modric, who's got Valverde
with Carvajal in a couple of occasions. He was the number 9.
Rarely from Toni Kroos, but it's picked up by Vini. who finds Tchouaméni.
Great
Cross to
ball.
the far post. Eder Militao!
Fantastic.
Real Madrid are in front. What a cross!
Militao was getting ahead of him, and
Modric can now find Vinny again. He wants the outside of the foot assist now.
only Modric.
Yeah.
Andy.
Vinny's not bad either, is he?
No. That was a simple touch for a player of his quality. That's why he's so frustrated, disappointed with himself.
In the heels of Vinicius. Would love to have the scenario that we were talking about. His team, Vinga, on to Vinicius. We'll have a run at the two right-sided defenders for Espanyol, able to find Rodrigo.
This is Luka Modric. I hope he just keeps playing forever.
Forever and ever. There's Vinicius with the cross, trying to find that. It would start to look almost impossible for them. Here's Vinicius.
Very positive from Cabrera, I have to say, to actually play the ball long with Federico Valverde. Well, the Espanyol defender, as we see the quality of the delivery. Absolutely, yes.
For this situation, Vinny running at Hill, this time plays the cross early to find Rodrigo. And he will take on Cabrera.
Andy, not a great start. As we see Vinny here.
Vinny dancing into the box. Lays it back for Kroos.
He's a better all-round player, but he doesn't have, well,
Here's Vinny with the cross.
and probably doesn't have the same attitude and clear instinct that Vinny Jr. has, but he's a
Vinny.
fantastic player. And which is goal for Espanyol at this moment of time. Good, well, this occasion, good ball from Vinny.
On his debut against Osasuna. And here's Gragera. Go get a yellow card, is he? No, just a free kick given for the foul. But not yet, because here's Vinny. Back to Rus. A run had been made by Carvajal into the box, but it wasn't seen, and instead Vinny will again tease and twist.
And with his pass, that return ball to Cabrera, and then Espanyol giving.
Camavinga. Brought down, but play goes on as Vinny now will run into the area, taking on Gil, who times his. Talking of quality, here's Kroos finding Vinny. Montes trying to defend him. It's back for Rodrigo. Falls for Toni Kroos, who hits it. Fede Valverde moving a little deeper.
Yeah, Valverde will go and play where Luka Modric was playing, and Asensio Militao.
Yeah, new look. Real Madrid midfield replaced today, and it's Camavinga, Ceballos, and Valverde. Suarez on the left, but it's Real Madrid with Vinicius, and that might attacking players, and that's we said from the start of the second half.
When we analyze things, we should actually put into context that he's still 20. You know, we talk about Camavinga or these sort of players, so young, but huge club like Real Madrid is. You can see his legs, you know, how powerfully.
Vinicius making his way off the pitch very slowly to foul.